put on the sound. The sound is on, and here we are. Hi, everyone.
Hey.
It is. I got a bit of a cold today, but despite this, it's time for session 2 of my Monster of the Week fuchsia, the Shadow's Grudge. And I am Taima, who is the keeper. And now I'm gonna do a quick little reintroduction of the characters of the day, starting with or lovely monstrous janitor Danny.
What did you want me to say?
Introduce yourself and your character in short.
Hi, I'm Arby. I'm playing Denny, a local janitor and some kind of sport coach. I can't remember what we decided on.
Football, usually.
Yeah, I think it was football, but yeah, she does that, and apparently all the kids think she's weird, but she doesn't see that.
And then we have M, who's playing Lucky as the Flake.
Yes, I'm M, and I'm playing Lucky. I'm the other local weirdo. Groundskeeper of the local janitor and conspiracy aficionado. Always looking for the truth.
Someone's gotta.
It's out there.
It's out there.
And we got Drake as the inconvenient chosen one, played by Fishy.
Yeah, I'm Fishy, and I play Drake Galloway. He's the local cool kid, bad boy, who can also turn into animals, so he's also kind of weird. But, you know.
I feel like that. Sometimes you're weird.
Yeah.
I'm part of the weird gang.
Yeah.
And finally, we have the lovely Betty, played by Guinea.
Hi. Yeah. Hi, I'm Ginny. I go by they them, and I play Betty, who goes by she her, and she is just a cute little girl who really would like to know more about her heritage. See, her mom is kind of weird and kind of probably not human, and she knows that much from a previous adventure we had, but not much more. And those who've watched that previous adventure know that her mom, Susan, is in fact a Bigfoot. But, you know, Betty doesn't so far, so.
It's just rude to point it out.
Yeah. I mean, I don't go around calling you a human either, right?
Yeah. And with that out of the way, we are going to start today's game. Ready? First of all, I have a short recap of last episode. Let's see. Gonna just on a little thing. So, in last episode of Grudge's Shadow's Grudge, the young football player Benjamin Saunders suddenly goes missing the night of Halloween under mysterious circumstances, with the known local pothead Mac as the last and only witness, claiming he was swallowed by some kind of shadow monster. And the night following, Drake wakes up thanks to a cryptic nightmare. Through an array of misadventures over the day involving Lucky listening in on probably private conversations, Drake turning into a skunk, spraying Danny pulling an epic chase and tackle on Drake, following a false fire alarm, and Betty sneaking off during the roundup, among other strange shenanigans. Our protagonists of this story, Betty, Drake, Lucky, and Danny, all hear about this missing kid, the witness, the break-in the local antique store, and the many strange circumstances, and they suspect something a bit stranger than meets the eye might be going on here. Betty, Lucky, and Drake speak with Mac, who tells them his story and agrees to meet up at 3 in the evening, in the afternoon, and run into Danny, who was about to go talk to Mac too. Funny enough. Just as she asks what the hell is going on, Betty receives a call from her mother, who suddenly tells her that she and probably Drake are in some deep trouble for skipping out on school. And that's where we left off last time, with Betty hurrying back to school, Drake off to wash off some skunk smell, and Danny and Lucky on their way back into town. Meanwhile, though, as we turn the camera someplace else in town. Back in an apartment on Pine Hill Street, Lake Wonder, a certain witch is finally starting to wake up. Not so much because of the many texts they have received, or even because of the angry, worried mother who attempted to call them, but because someone is ringing on the doorbell. It's with some huffs and grumbles that Robin tries to rub the sleep out of their eye while they wander off to the door, only just so briefly stopping to give the unblinking cat, who is so carefully studying them, a pat on the head. Yeah, they squint as the person outside, a bored-looking delivery man, holding out a piece of paper for them to sign. Delivery for Robin Sköld? Sköld, yeah, that be me. Suddenly wide awake, Robin finds himself moving a small pile of cardboard boxes into the room. It's mostly clothes, but also other necessities, some books, and plenty of personal belongings and little trinkets of nostalgia. For a good while, they find themselves going through the boxes of memories that might as well be from another life at this point. It's only when their phone vibrates yet another time that they pull themselves out of the near trance. The book you asked about just came in. Love, Hattie. Reads the latest text, punctuated with an old lady and a book emote. But it's not the only message they are waiting for them. They realize, their brows furrowing more for each message and each missed call as they turn to the desk and find the note Lucky left this morning. Fun. They swear under their breath as pieces began to fall into place, and they turn to look for the tarot deck, all while dialing Lucky's number, when they suddenly stumble over the many boxes they themselves left on the floor. In the fall, the phone goes flying across the floor and into a wall, the display cracking into an array of colors before turning completely black.
Oops.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
And so we find ourselves back at the street leading in from the trailer park where we last left off, and in towards town, where Lucky is biking next to Denny's car, while Denny is like half hanging out the window, trying to get Lucky to talk, and also asking probably for the 5th time why they won't just, get a ride in the car instead, which would be a lot more convenient. Why don't you guys take the scene?
I'm telling you, I'm not leaving my bike.
You could put it in the trunk. I'm not saying that you have to leave it behind. There's plenty of room in the trunk.
Would you just get into a stranger's car?
Yes. And I have many times.
Oh, and you're saying nothing happened at all?
No.
Then you get my point?
What do you mean?
You're saying nothing happened. So you're saying
No.
something did happen.
No, I'm saying that nothing happened. I'm saying
You just
that it
said
was
something
fine.
did happen.
Listen, it's
you
not
can't
the
even
70s
stick to-
anymore. There aren't nearly as many serial killers looking for people to pick on the side of the road. First of all, I'm not a serial killer. I've never killed anybody or anything in my life. That is a lie.
It's very suspicious that you mention it. I have to say, it helps that you immediately mention that it is a lie, but
No. I'm saying that it's a lie that I have.
yeah, I know, you're saying that you have killed something.
No, I've never killed anything.
Are you lying? Because
Lucky
No.
Lucky has a move that allows them to tell if someone is ever lying, and Lucky can in this case tell that Denny might be a bit unsure whether or not they have killed something. They are quite sure they haven't killed someone, but
look, it's very suspicious that you're trying really hard to get me in your car, is all I'm saying.
I'm driving at like 2 miles an hour. Of course I want you to get into the car.
We're going downhill. It's fine. It's fine.
She hold on, let me park. And she just like parks the car and gets out and runs alongside the bike.
Are you just gonna... Okay. Sure.
You have a little jog. It actually feels kind of feels nice for you, probably.
So, why are you following me around anyway?
I need information on that kid that went missing. I'm looking into it for his mom.
Okay, well, just stick with me. We'll head back to my home, and we can see if we can wake my friend up, and they should be able to do some stuff. I usually try to...
Now that sounds suspicious.
Well, I usually try to ask them not to, solve everything with stuff. Like, you can also just stand up and get the remote yourself. But I suppose it's good practice. They know about shit like this, like supernatural shit. And
So you believe in that stuff?
of course, I would be stupid not to. The evidence is all around us. If you know where to look, you can tell.
Sure.
What, you don't
Sure.
believe me?
I don't know.
What did you think happened to that kid? Just disappeared into thin air?
Well, like you said, people do all sorts of weird things on the picking people up thing. With the car, and you get in it. Yeah.
Where were you last night? Are you lying?
Denny, go ahead and roll me a sharp. And also, real quick, just give your little plug to your mic a little wiggle because you're doing a little bit of a cracking. I think it should be fine.
Did. I don't think it's gonna help anything.
That's strange. Oh well, we can at least hear you. Let's see, that's a mixed success. Okay, so you kind of pause, thinking back, and well, you do remember taking one of your late night walks, and you do remember maybe going for a run. Well, you know your one of your special runs. And then you don't remember a whole lot there, but you came home smelling a bit of wet dog and stuff, but it wasn't too bad. Like there wasn't anything strange. You didn't pull in any critters or anything.
Yeah, I think I just fell into a lake.
Yeah, well, or you took a break, or you took a bath as a dog. You know.
Did you say that out
No,
loud?
I think I would remember taking a bath.
Or would you?
Yeah, I think I would.
Oh, swim. I meant swim. But yeah, still.
So, what of this do you say out loud?
Where were you last night?
I was at home. I did some writing, then I did some research, then I went to bed and I slept, and then I woke up this morning. That's not a difficult question to answer. Fine. Well, stay in my sight, and we're gonna head to my home.
Okay, so the two of you head directly to your place. Cool. While that is happening, we are gonna turn the camera briefly over to Drake. So, Drake, you're coming out of the shower. You think that it's probably your third shower at this point, but you think you got the smell out now. The tomato soup trick did work. It did. And as you get out to the living room, you do get the smell of fresh cigarette smell, and it's not too long before you realize that you are not alone in the trailer. So that laying back in the armchair, feet up on the little table, and watching what must be yesterday's baseball game or something, is Lester. And he kind of he doesn't even look at you at first, too into his game, and it's not until one of the boards kind of do this annoying creak that it always does that he turns and looks at you, and he just looks for a moment, and then, oh, so you're not in school?
No, they had a skunk got loose in the school, and I got sprayed, so they sent me home.
Huh.
And I'm holding my my skunk clothes, so like the hoodie and the jeans and all is just sort of draped over my shoulder. I'm wearing a fresh jacket and stuff.
That explains the smell.
Yeah. So I'm gonna burn these, but yeah.
He kind of looks at the little pile of clothes that he has, and then he says, "Well, I ain't paying for new ones."
Yeah. I didn't say you had to. But
well, school called. Yeah, heard that you were skipping it. Yeah, principal. Something about the fire alarm.
I don't know anything about that. That's wasn't me. I
Mm.
was wrangling with the skunk, so.
Hmm. He kinda gives you another look, taking a long kind of draw of his cigarette before he continues. Well, they spoke something about about the new security cameras. Guess we'll see then. Well, and he kind of taps his knee a little bit, and it pauses, and you can tell that he got that little muscle twitch that he always gets when he's pretty pissed off. And he continues and says, I hope you're telling the truth, because I will not be paying that fee for you.
All right, yeah, it's fine. I'll manage.
And then he turns up the volume of his game. What do you do, Drake?
I'm let's see. Let's just pack of cigarettes on the coffee table by any chance?
Yeah, that would be the pack that he was just using.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sort of adjust like, well, I'm gonna go take care of this. I'll see you later. Then I'm gonna grab the cigarettes and
You're gonna try and grab them without him noticing?
I'm gonna try and grab his. Yep, I'm gonna try and grab
Roll
them.
to act under pressure.
Alrighty. Act under pressure.
Oh,
yeah.
dang! Now you don't have the advanced move, but you do successfully sort of sweep in. You take it, and he doesn't even blink. He just kind of take another draw, makes himself a bit more comfortable in the armchair, and you are out before he even notices anything is missing.
Yeah, let's face it. This is how Drake gets all the cigarettes.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
And Drake is out. Now what is Drake's plan? You have a couple of hours to kill before 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw my hoodie, my what used to be my favorite shirt. It's like this black shirt that has it's like a rainbow, but it spells out the word dumb, and there's a donkey standing under the rainbow. But he just sort of tosses all that in the burn barrel.
Oh, oof.
Cause yeah. And then I think I'm gonna go trying to find a hawk or something that I can turn into.
Okay. So you look around trying to, and well, hawks are not the most common birds to see.
Yes.
First of all, you do see quite a number. There is some singing birds around. One of your neighbors feeding the birds, so you actually have a little, quite a bit of them just hanging about and tweeting. Really annoying in the morning sometimes, but that aside, it's kind of nice. There is also a couple of crows, magpies, the like. You don't see any cool birds of prey though.
I think a crow is probably gonna be my best.
Yeah?
The coolest to turn into, so I'm gonna try and
Okay, why
just sort of, yeah.
why don't you click to send to chat your special little thing that I gave you?
Oh yeah, my special.
So Drake picked one of the moves from Monstrous, which allows him to shapeshift, and rather than choosing the forms, we have him learn the new forms. And depending on how well he rolls, this can be very funny for everyone but Drake. So why don't you go ahead and roll a weird for me, as you try and turn into a crow.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's a mixed success.
Not bad.
So you get to choose. You either shift into the animal, but something is really off about it, and you don't get to add it to your list of known forms this time. Or you turn into something unexpected and might pull attention, but you learn this new form instead and are allowed to add it to your list of known forms.
I'm gonna turn into something unexpected and learn that instead.
Okay. So, Drake, can you paint me a picture of what you do when you're trying to focus in on this crow?
So I think it's this sort of means of controlling it that Robin probably helped him work out.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just like he's just watching this crow, just watching its every movement, taking in its form, taking in just everything about it, how it moves, how it looks, how its eyes are, just everything. And while he's doing this, he's like just sort of focusing on his breathing, just deep breaths in and out, just calm, you know.
Yeah.
And then he just focuses really hard, and he's gonna start to change.
Is he holding on to his foci while he's doing this as well and everything?
He's holding on to the...
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's holding on to the...
So you do this, and you kinda move a little bit as you follow this crow with your gaze. And when you do, something a little bit funny happens. So you get a bit of a jump scare as you hear one of your neighbors a rooster go off. All and you kind of jump and stumble to the side, and you are just about to change, and you turn and you just lock eyes with this bird, and then you are the bird, and you are now a rooster. Not just any rooster, a dwarf rooster to be exact, like one of those small ones. Yeah, a little smaller than normal, with some beautiful teal-colored tail feathers and everything going. And the other rooster who's standing behind his cage in a little bit, kind of stares at you and looks extremely offended by this. And he starts kind of walking back and forth and it clearly wants to have a fight or something. But yeah, there you are now. You are a rooster. What do you do?
I'm gonna you know what? I'm gonna shit talk the rooster. Like, start fucking it, since I can't speak English in these forms.
Yeah,
just gonna start. Yeah.
So in these forms, and this is funny because you can make noise, but you don't understand what they are trying to tell you, and they don't. And what you are saying is probably a bit nonsensical to them. But you do certainly try and shit talk, which turns into a lot of angry, confused squawking between the two of you, and a lot of ruffled feathers, and all of the hens are sort of like shuffling around in the cage, confused, looking around like, and it's just this whole thing going. And eventually the lady who lives there, she opens the door and squints out of her little house, and she notices you, and you go and she looks a bit confused, and then she looks at her own rooster, and then she looks at you, and then she grabs her broom. And she goes, shoo, out of here, out!
Yeah, I'm just gonna haul ass.
Yeah. And while tiny Drake Rooster hauls ass out of there, chased by a tiny old lady with a broom who's yelling, and her husband who comes out with looking a little bit confused, and then with like carrying one of his kind of, little shotguns that he have. You definitely are out of there very, very fast. And we are gonna swap the scene to Betty. So Betty, for the rest of the day, you have been placed in the very front row of all of your classes. How are you doing?
I mean, kind of okay, I think, because, like, Betty is used to studying and she sits in the back row and, with Drake, but usually teachers don't really mind her sitting in the back row since she tends to be a good kid. Drake, however, but, you know, she'll pay attention, she'll give the right answers when called on. I think she's doing okay in that sense. The only problem is she keeps wanting to obsessively check her phone
and
to
she
see what's going on there.
And you know what's even worse? She can't because she had to leave her phone, give her phone away after she kept checking it.
Oh no.
So I don't know if the others text her, but if they do, all you will hear is the soft vibrating in the little phone basket in the classroom.
That is so much worse.
Oh yeah. And I think they are a little bit aware of that, but people are a little bit unhappy with you for some reason. It's almost like you know, ran away from school or something during a fire alarm ordeal.
I keep my head down and like try not to meet the teacher's eyes.
Yeah. You have learned that you definitely are going to have that while you are getting away thanks to your father's call today, you will certainly have a number of detentions the coming days, which is probably what's waiting for Drake as well. And how you will deal with that, I guess we'll see later. Either way, it's in between classes, so you finally, you know, get your phone back. Nobody has actually written anything, which is a little bit disappointing for you. But what do you do to spend your time here now? Like, are you trying to look anything up? Are you checking in on anyone, or are you trying to talk to anyone else in your class?
I think, like, if I get my phone back, I'll try to secretly do some research and like Google and Google stuff about maybe someone has seen this before, maybe, you know, either in Lake Wonder or on any other conspiracy site. She's kind of new to this whole researching supernatural stuff thing.
Yeah.
Because like until a couple of weeks, months, I don't know. How long is it since everything that happened in Lost Game?
Oh boy, that would be back during summer. So back in like June, I think, or June, July sometime. So quite long.
Right, so in the last couple of months, she's actually been really trying to research supernatural stuff. I mean, how well it actually went is up for debate, because she's a bit gullible, and there's a lot of sources on the internet that say a lot of things. But she does try, and now that she has something very specific to research, that probably helps a lot. Actually.
Yeah. So you are clicking around.
I mean, some of these sources say like that the things her mom do kind of work for a Bigfoot, which that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But you know, there's also werewolves and like all these other things that might be the same thing. So, you know, no one knows.
Okay, so you are kinda almost obsessively scrolling your phone, and well, one thing you notice is that, you know, missing kid thing is trending on a lot of social media, because it's like in the local area, because by now nobody has missed the fact that a kid is literally missing and that there is little to no trace that he's left behind.
So yeah, I'll check those to see if there's extra clues, but also all the supernatural things. Searching for stuff like, let me check my nose. It was about the size of a bear, one perfectly glowing brown eye. That's one that I'm definitely trying to search. The whole, you know, big mouth forming in the middle of its body, something that
You
moves
get-
on the side. Mostly I'm getting animated.
Yeah, you probably you're getting some animated results. Sometimes you are getting results from different TV shows and some random cryptic and creepy pastas. You aren't really finding anything that seems very relevant to the situation, which is quite disappointing to you.
Yeah.
And while you're in the middle of looking through this, you feel a little tap on your shoulder. And as you turn around, you notice a certain, let's see, I'm gonna double check the name. I think it was Laura Kane, who is standing there. She's she has just as you turn around, she sort of like blowed a little bubblegum bubble that just pops. And continues doing it, tilting her head a little bit to the sides, and goes, "So, what were you guys up to anyway?"
Nothing. Drake just had like an idea, and I went along, but here I am.
Yeah, well, that sounds like a big fat lie.
I mean, what else would we be doing?
She looks at you a bit expectantly, tilting her head to the other side. Well, I don't know. Why you sneaking off?
Like I said, Drake had a plan, but my mom found out.
A plan?
Yeah.
A plan to do what?
Sneak out and go check something out behind, like, behind the trailer park thing.
The makeout spot?
I turned beat red, like beat red. That's not.
Oh, she grins. She grins so wide, and you can tell the gossip is just growing in her mind of what she is going to tell people. From your reaction alone. Okay.
It's not though.
Okay. Sounds good. Good on you. Oh, by the way, you owe me one because when they started asking about where you went and all, you said that you went off to the gym toilet cause time of the month and all, and nobody asked anything, and I'm sure that was because why they didn't go looking for you for some hours.
You did that for me? Thanks.
Yeah, well, as I said, now you owe me one. I'm no snitch. And she kinda gives a little grin and a nod, and she turns and walks off. And you overhear something, and you can just barely overhear, "Hey, guess what?" as she starts talking to two of her friends while they go around the corner. Oh, poor Betty.
Betty is somewhere between, like, kind of smiling at the idea of getting some tea with Drake, but also, like, incredibly embarrassed and
yeah.
Like, but people would also think she's with Drake, which is kind of cool, but also, like, they're thinking she's with Drake, which is, like, Drake doesn't know that, and
Yeah. It is.
That's where she's at.
It is certainly a whole situation. On that note, we are going to move over to two weirdos who just about now arrives outside of an apartment complex. So, let's see. Lucky and Denny. You park the bike, and Denny catches her breath after this long jogging tour, and you begin to head inside. What floor do you live on?
I'm thinking the first floor.
Mm-hmm.
So, is it American or British that you have to go up a stair for the first floor? But you have to go up the stairs.
Yeah, you have to go up the stairs once. Fair enough.
So that's the second floor in America, I guess.
Yeah.
And off in the corner.
Yeah. You walk there and you just have Danny, who's fucking tall, looming behind. Which isn't too unusual because Robin is also tall as hell, but unlike Robin, this person isn't built like a twig. Almost a bit threateningly. And as you unlock the door, the first thing you notice is that there is a couple of boxes in the hallway.
Who left these? Robin, where are the boxes?
Are the boxes labeled?
Yeah, you can tell there. Yeah, there is like addresses on some of them and stuff. You don't receive an answer when you call out for Robin, though. All you get is a
Yes. I go past the boxes into the room.
Yeah. Oh yeah, as you go past, you do see some things spread around. Like, you can tell when you are moving past that these are like moving boxes. It's not too surprising because they have told you that some of their things would probably come at some point in this week. It's a little mix of random belongings. And you continue into the room. Well, Robin is not there. However, there is there is one thing that is different in this room, namely the place where Robin usually sits. And I am going to show you this right now, as I'm moving you over to a little map of a desk.
Ooh.
Phone broke. Heading out to Hattie's. Stay out of the dark. Oh boy.
Yeah.
And there's more of their little pictures. I know what tarot cards are, but I don't know how to read them.
That I.
Danny, you don't by any chance know tarot?
No.
Well, there's lots of people holding things. Lots of swords. Swords are probably bad.
I only know the one where the guy's upside down. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see one. But there's a guy with like tons of swords in his back, so and I pick up the stone with the hole in it.
Okay.
Oh, is that a hagstone?
Yes.
Cool.
And I pick up the note with is that an amulet
Yeah, it
drawn
is.
on there?
Yeah, this is the note that you left behind, like, but except it's been turned over and they wrote this on the back. So you know that they at least got your message. And well, their phone is very broke.
Is there a book with blood on it?
That would be a very old book. It is so don't worry about it too much. That's just the first picture I found.
It always looks this skeevy.
It always looks like this here. And the strange pattern that is on the table is from a spell that they did at one point, and it just left this permanent mark.
Of course it is.
Of course it is. Why don't you go ahead? Oh, why don't you go ahead and roll to investigate a mystery? For the hell of it.
Roll to investigate a mystery.
Yeah.
Should I also roll, or do you want me to roll to help?
If you want, you can roll to help. Yeah, that's cool.
I already rolled, but we can.
That's fine. You rolled a
Let's see
full
if it-
success.
Yeah, I'm just gonna not roll then.
You stand around in this messy room and just look around. Try to not.
Wait, Lucky, do you live here?
Yes.
Oh,
What about it?
it's just not what I expected you to live in.
So when you turn around, you do see a wall that's like kind of looks like this.
Oh, I can see it now, but it's just, I always thought you'd live in the back of a store, like illegally, or in the graveyard, or
Well,
at that power plant. I heard something about the power plant.
I mean, I did look into living in the graveyard because it would be nice to have no registered address, but there's only like a small shack for shovels and the lawnmower and gardening
You could live in a
equipment.
mausoleum. I did that for a few days one time.
Did look at the mausoleums, but we don't have a lot of big mausoleums here. It's rather damp and there's no electricity, so
I don't need electricity.
that's fair. There's a lot of radiation from power lines, and I try my best to shield from it, but there's only so much you can do in this day and age.
Is that true? Or there?
Oh, yes, absolutely. That's why I usually put my phone in the microwave. It keeps the radiation contained. It's
Microwaves do radiation?
well, if you turn them on, but I don't turn it on. I just use it for like the shielding, because it keeps the radio waves inside. And phones are are worse than other electronics because you use them right next to your head, so the radiation just goes straight into your brain.
Hold on, I have to call my mom. Hold on.
Yeah, it's all very important.
Well,
I'm trying to tell people, but
why did they go and try to call their mom about the dangers of radiation? Lucky, you have some questions to ask. Well, naturally, some of them will be a bit less for the situation, but you did roll a full success, so you hold 2.
I think, well, with a full success I hold 3, right?
Let's
the
see.
description at least.
Let's see. Investigate a mystery. Roll on a 10 plus, hold 2. On a 79, hold 1. On investigate a mystery. Where did you see 3?
I scrolled back to read a bad situation instead of investigating.
That makes sense. Okay. Yeah.
I think, can I use what is being concealed here to kind of try to take a guess at this tarot thing? What is this reading, concealing from me, someone who doesn't know the cards?
Why not? You have seen Robin do this a couple of times by now.
And I think I've kind of I like to think that Robin just talks about things and I am in the same room and I kind of pick up things from that.
That too. And Robin also likes to ramble about things they like, and they do leave some of their books around as well. But in this case, let's see. You can the kind of reading that Robin has done here looks like one you've seen them done before, where each row is pretty much them asking a question. So it looks like they asked a question, they had an answer, and then they asked a new question and they got another answer. So there is 4 questions here.
That's less useful because I don't know the questions.
It is a little bit. You do know a little bit about the meanings about some of these. Or very vaguely, you know that things that has to do with the swords of a sword cards often involves things like power, rationality, and thought, while the ones that involve the wands often involves spiritual energy, matter, and inspiration. The cups often have to do with matters of the heart and feelings.
So I don't see any cups here. So it's
There
all have
is.
to do
You
with...
have a king of cups in the second row.
Oh, I can see the cups.
You
in
can
the hand.
you can actually move the cards around if you click on the screen, because all of them can be
Oh
moved.
my god. That's so cool.
Oh my god.
So you can look at them. What you do know as well is that Robin has a few books about tarot here. So I am actually going to... So while I swap the scene over, I am going to link you to to some pages where you can read a little bit here and there about things, or you can take a print screen, like you can save this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, also Lucky doesn't know anything about tarot, but
That,
does a little.
yeah. Let's see.
So I'll just I'm quickly copying this into one of my notebooks for
Yeah,
further study later on.
yeah. Pretty much my thought. That's a very good idea, because the clues are not. This is a clue that is not going to run away from you, so to speak.
No.
Um,
And of course, we'll find Robin soon enough, and I can just ask them what's up.
Quick question.
yes.
Is there anything else suspicious in this place?
Aside from the boxes that have been opened here and there, which, well, I guess from your perspective, the wall full of cryptic notes is kind of sus. The strange-looking spell books are on the table, and magical trinkets are also kind of sus. There is even more of those strange books in these boxes and little trinkets, and there's actually a couple of framed photographs and stuff that are close by, that are just laying around, that seem to have been picked at just recently.
Do you mind if I take a look at that wall?
Yes.
Well, I wasn't asking you.
Well, you did. Oh, you didn't say that out loud?
No.
No.
that was-
You can take a look at the wall, and I will let M tell you what's on it.
Most of it is written in code. Like someone very paranoid has been keeping tracks of this, and there's like news clippings in there which you can read. Most of them about Lake Wonder. You see a news clipping that has like a lot of notes around it. Which is a news clipping of a bus crash that took place a couple of months ago. And there's lots of notes, lots of scribbles, and also a picture of a Grim Reaper with a scythe in a coat, robe. And other than that, you can see pictures of missing animal posters ripped from poles, and graphs of what seems like geological data or something. And in some places there's like multiple layers of notes, so it doesn't so much seem to be a focused project as it is a longer term thing that's grown and is just a way to come up with new connections for separate ideas.
Hey, Lucky. I don't want to tear you away from what you're doing, but what is this?
That's just my notes. It's an art project.
Doesn't look like an art project.
Well, art is subjective, isn't it?
I don't think so.
Well, you're not an art teacher, so you wouldn't know.
No.
It's my notes, okay? I keep track of weird things. It's what I do.
Weird things?
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, it's a broad category. Like
Yeah, no duh.
weird happenings, things that could be supernatural, things that could be the government, strange people coming back to town after leaving for a long while and being really weird about where they stay at night.
I stay at my mom's house at night. It's not that weird. I live
Then
with
why
her.
didn't you just say so? Instead you were all like, oh, I think I was at home.
Ooh, I don't know. Maybe because I'm not sure of things.
And when
I
you
just
say
never
that,
noticed I'm a little stupid.
Lucky very pointedly writes something down in their notebook.
Cross that out. Cross that out.
You're going on the wall.
Right now, cross it out.
No.
Sorry.
You know, I thought I knew what you were. But
What? What you think I was?
a mafia plant. But now I can see you're too stupid for that.
Mafia?
Yes. Don't look at me. It.
Can I try to take the notebook?
I mean, that will turn into a scuffle.
I mean, you can certainly try.
No, not my notes.
I guess roll it tough.
Alright.
And I guess you roll tough too?
Okay, that's
Oh boy. That's 2 mixed success. So, Danny is going to snatch the notebook, but at a price. And I am going to do this a little bit different and allow M to choose what this prize was. What happens when the two of you get into this little scuffle?
that's a good question. Maybe Danny does manage to grab the notebook, but in the process she trips over a box and just slams on her back.
Ow. Jesus.
Yeah, that actually checks out. So not only you kind of scrunches up the one of these many moving boxes that Robin left out, and you have the notebook in your hand that you kind of like, because you fall back, you kind of like and so it kind of slams you in the face on the way down.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know.
Oh.
That's mine. Give it back.
I start reading what she has written down about me.
It's mostly in code, but there's also some small parts like really quickly written down in English, and the most recents are like Danny is suspicious, memory blackouts, question mark, and then check missing animals in area and stuff like that.
Missing animals?
Well, there's only so many things a memory blackout does, and you said, oh, I don't know if I ever killed something, so of course I check for missing animals.
We talked about that like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's written down. I write
When
things down.
did you write this?
What did you say?
When did you write this?
Well, Lucky is just always like quickly taking notes off to the side, and
Jesus H. Christ. Take the notebook back.
thank you.
I'm
And
going to tell you, none of what you've gotten written down in English is true.
Okay. Well, I'll write that down then.
okay. And we are going to leave that somewhat dramatic scene to go and visit Drake, who is still a roaster. Probably, unless...
Yeah.
So, the world is big when you are a dwarf-sized rooster.
I am a tiny chicken. Okay.
Where are you going?
I think before it's time to like head to the park, Drake is gonna see how well or not well this thing can fly. Because that was the point of finding a bird, so he's gonna make it work.
Well, you do get some flapping going, and you certainly do lift a little bit, but it's clumsy. I don't know how many of you guys have seen a chicken try to fly, but they don't fly very far. They can fly so that they can jump pretty high, and they can get little pieces at they can get faster through it, but not for very long. And you are also not very used to this, so you definitely fall a bit on your ass as you do.
Yep. Yeah, I'm probably gonna spend most of the time trying to, get the whole flying thing down.
You spend a lot of time flapping your little chicken wings and going towards the park. You do definitely attract some attention from people who think that maybe that's an escaped animal.
Oh no.
I should probably, write this in the Facebook group. In the, you're from Lake Wonder when Facebook group.
Chicken.
There is a rooster loose on this, which is something that pops up in the feed for Betty, among others.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, while you are trying to keep up with all the happenings, it pops up "Rooster loose" on from one of the. You can tell that it's written from one of the elders in Lake Wonder because it's kind of it's in all caps, and then there's like rooster emote, rooster emote, rooster emote.
I mean, it doesn't seem too pertinent, but I just make a small note of it in my notebook and like move on.
Yeah. Okay. And before we convene, because I don't know if you noticed, but my voice is starting to go, I am going to call for a 10-minute break. So I can get some more tea and get my voice working again.
Hey,
Yay!
see you on 10 minutes.
See you all in
Yep.
10 minutes.
Yes.
Oh, dang it.
Hello. We are back live yet again with Shadow's Grudge. And we are at Lucky's place still, where Lucky and Denny are a bit puzzled over the situation. The place left in disarray, partially, with a hastily written note and sketch left behind alongside a tarot reading.
So I had one question left.
Yes, you do.
Could I use what can it do on the little stone with a hole in it
What can it do?
that I picked up?
Okay, yes. So you give a look at this thing and you turn it over and you vaguely recall some of your conversations with Robin, some of the readings that you have done in the many books they brought home over the time they lived here, and you recognize this as a hagstone. Sometimes also called an adderstone or witchstone. Regardless of what it's called, it's a stone that has a naturally formed hole in it, and it is said that by looking through it you can see things that are concealed. Or, if nothing else,
I looked through it at Danny.
Can you roll? I need you to roll a weird for me.
Immediately use it. Let's get this back on. I am weird.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Oh, and don't I get +1 when I act on the answers? No, that's
I don't.
a different move.
I think that's a
Never
different
mind.
move. Either way, you look through this adderstone, and you turn and you look at the Denny, and at first you don't really see anything, and then you see this sort of flicker of light that is a bit confusing to you. You're not really sure what you are looking at. You probably take a step back to really see it, and you see what is almost like a shape around Denny, like an aura, you would say. And this
Is it a shadowy aura?
and no, it's not shadowy.
Okay.
It is it is a bit unsteady though. It's pretty wild in a sense. Like the aura itself seemed to be in a movement, or less as if it is trying to take two different forms at once.
Danny, do you notice me looking at you?
Probably. Probably. Lucky is holding a stone up to their eye and just staring at you. It's.
Can you stop investigating me? Isn't your roommate missing? Shouldn't we be worrying about that?
No, they're not missing. Look at the note. They've just gone to the store, bookstore, which we can go next. But
Incredibly suspicious.
why is this suspicious? Oh, the book. No, that was way before this. I do agree
No,
that
I'm not
Robin
talking
spent
about. I'm talking about this level of preparation.
level of
Also,
preparation.
why is their phone here?
Because it's broken.
Well, surely it still turns on.
I pushed the button.
Well, I mean, it turn on, but it's like a flimmer of rainbowy colors. It's sort of like, when it's cracked, and it's cracked through the screen, so you can't really click on anything. Like, you can see parts of it. You can tell that there is messages to read, but you can't really read them because everything is a bit. It's like splotches of the screen that can't be seen at all.
Can't trust technology.
Hey, was this broken before?
It was not.
No, but look at the note. It says phone broke.
Does it? Ah,
And the information's all there.
okay. I'm gonna trust you on this. Stop investigating me.
I'll write down some more
it.
notes.
The strangest thing, all things considered, in this room, I mean, aside from all the things that Denny finds strange, because Denny is not used to this room, and everything is very strange in this room. But for you, Lucky, the strangest thing is that it looks like Robin headed out in a hurry.
That
It's
is
not.
good.
It is not a very detailed note, for one, and it's.
And stay out of the dark is underlined twice. So
Yes,
that's
yes.
probably not good.
Stay out
Danny,
of
do
the
you
dark
have-
also hints at them knowing a bit more than you currently. Or
Danny, do you have a flashlight?
I just have a little keychain one on me right now.
I mean,
Do
you
I-
have your phone, right?
I do have my phone.
That would have a
Guess
flashlight.
technology is good for something. So yeah, let's stay out of the shadows, and let's just head to Hattie's,
Yeah, let's go.
and then Robin can tell us all about what this tarot thing means. I do pick up one of the tarot for dummy books and put it in my bag, just in case.
just in case. Sounds good.
All right. I take a picture of the spread so that we have a record of what it looks like.
Yeah. You take the picture. Do you bring the note?
I'll copy the note in my book, but leave it here.
Okay.
Don't see any reason why someone else would come here, but who knows?
Okay. Let's see. Famous last words. No, I'm kidding. And so Lucky and Denny head out, and you start going towards Hattie's. Hattie's is not too Hattie's place, or rather the antique store that is at that quite recently was co-joined with an cryptic little bookstore that now rivals with what was it called? Lake Wonders Crystals or something? Crystal Wonders? I don't remember. I don't remember the name at the moment, but I do remember that the person who normally works there, much like Max, smokes a lot of weed. He's on vacation though, so he's not here. Doesn't matter. You make it there, no problem. And the store is open. The broken window has been boarded up by now. For now, there's just a little bit of like a plywood situation that is covering it until they can fix it up. And the little bell goes off when you enter the door.
Are there any deep shadows here?
No. I mean, it's a bit dusty and there is a lot of clutter because there is a lot of things in this store. So there is shadows, but there isn't any especially dark and big ones.
Okay.
And you soon hear a friendly voice. Oh, hello.
Hello. Is Robin here?
Oh, no, Robin isn't here. They came by a little while ago.
Did they say where they went?
No, they seem to be in a hurry. They just came here, picked up the book, and she seemed to ponder. Yeah, looked around a bit in the store, and then she left. They left.
Do you know what? Yeah.
Huh?
What book?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't open the package it came in.
Do you have any? Do you have a? I mean, you ordered the book for them.
Oh no! Alexi ordered the book before he went on his vacation. But he's on vacation, so I was here to hand it over. Is everything all right there?
stay out of the dark.
Oh, okay. She looks a bit confused.
Did you see which direction Robin left in?
She kind of tilts her head and looks out and is like, yeah, she left in that direction, and she points in, well, the direction you guys are about to head, really.
So the direction we came from my
No,
apartment? Or?
the direction you're about to go. I like it towards the park.
Towards the park.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
The park, among
What?
other things, is in that direction.
What time is it?
It is closing in on the time when you are to meet a certain someone in the park.
Okay, I don't like. Okay, perhaps we should discuss this outside. Thank you, Miss.
No worries. She looks a little bit confused still, but because you guys are acting weird, and then
Sorry for bothering you.
oh, no worries. Have a good day now, and I hope you find Robin.
Yeah. And walk outside.
You walk outside.
So, Danny,
Mm-hmm.
we should probably head to the park.
Yes.
Do you know what Robin looks like?
No.
Okay, they're tall with purple hair.
When
They
the
have
while
jeans with holes in them.
while Lucky describes them, you definitely know that you have seen them because Robin is quite a figure, and a weirdo. Yet another one of the weirdos in town, so to speak.
Yeah, they're
It's like
kind of
wonder.
they're kind of weird, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the park.
Okay, so but keep your eye out. I
Yeah.
don't know where they would have gone. I'm sure it's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, let's head to the park.
Okay. You guys head to the park. Meanwhile, a certain roaster arrives to the park. Yeah, you are full on rooster at the moment. It is about 3 in the afternoon, and you are making your way over the grass field. Flying is definitely not the way you wish it were, because chickens were not made for flying, unfortunately.
I think at some point it probably just gave up the flying thing and just started like walking instead of chicken.
It's
for
one.
some
It's like
reason.
waddling, like.
Just like strutting like roosters do.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
And not too long later, a couple of minutes past 3 probably. You see a car that you recognize well pull in, which would belong to Carl, who is currently driving Betty, as promised, to the park. And he pulls in, parking, and looks out and is like, huh, is that a rooster?
Oh yeah, I read something on Facebook about that. All right, Dad, thank you for the ride. I can I can go on my own from here.
Be careful, and remember that you're not allowed to stay out late tonight.
Yeah, I won't.
Yeah.
We're just hanging out at the park. Nothing weird there, right? And looking like for clues, but mostly just hanging out at the park at 3 in the afternoon. That's fine. Even Mom wouldn't have anything to say about that.
No, but we do know that you are doing more than hanging out, from what you told us.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well.
So be
Yeah.
home. Just be home on time, okay?
Okay. And you see Betty sort of fidgeting with her phone and
Yeah,
like looking down.
He leans back and he gives her like a gentle little pat on the shoulder, and
I'll fly into a hug.
Aw.
Just like
Yeah, he hugs her a bit awkwardly because he's like in, over the car seat.
In the car,
Yeah. And
Thanks, Dad.
see you in a bit, and you head out just in time to watch like a couple of kids kind of run after the rooster, who because they think this is extremely fun. There's a little rooster, and they're like, "Oh my god, look at the chicken!" Ah! And you probably see, well, the rooster that you don't know is Drake going like, "Ah!"
No, the rooster was gonna square up with these kids. Like,
Oh,
it doesn't
yeah?
matter if he's little. He's
Oh.
gonna square up.
You're gonna square up.
Make a stand.
Oh,
This rooster's gonna
dang.
throw hands.
Okay. Yeah, they are like squeaking at this because holy shit, the rooster is trying to chase them. But then they keep doing this thing like when they run a bit closer and then you square up and then they squeak and they kind of run around in a circle around you and everything, and they and are going wild about this. They are having so much fun, really.
And I'm legit trying to pick at one of these kids.
Yeah, this is the scene that you're facing, Betty. And also the scene that Denny and Lucky finds themselves in when they finally arrive to the park.
Chicken. There's a chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
There's,
guess it got away.
That's fine. Have you guys seen Robin?
Not since like the day before yesterday. They've not been on. I sent them a text, but
Yeah, their
but they
phone
didn't.
broke.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Oh, we'll tell more when
Well,
Drake
that
gets
sucks.
here.
Yeah. Danny, can you roll to act under pressure real quick for me? Just because,
Me?
because this is funny.
Oh no.
Oh.
Act under pressure is cool,
Yes,
right?
it is cool.
Huh?
Oh, you wanna chase the chicken? Oh my god, you wanna chase the chicken? Holy shit! Look at the
I'm
chicken.
gonna,
You're
I'm
gonna
gonna
chase.
chase it. I'm gonna suggest chasing.
Yeah, you guys see Danny almost go down. You see Danny almost go down on all four, and they just head off after the chicken.
I told her she was. I said like. No,
Make
I
some
didn't.
more notes.
Roll
Okay.
Oh
tough.
my god, I didn't even see my roll.
Yeah, you rolled a 1. You rolled a 1. That is why I'm saying, holy shit. Okay, off you go.
Do you think?
Don't forget to mark experience.
Yeah. Drake, what do you do when you see this huge janitor coming running straight towards you?
Okay, like, so I think what I'm gonna do at first is like kind of charge like I did the kids, but then noticing Danny's not backing off, it's gonna be like, oh shit moment. And I just the other way.
Yeah.
Or no. Roll. Run under her legs.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh yeah, scratch that. I'm gonna run for Betty. Like, I'm
Oh,
gonna find Betty and like do that
roll
whole birdie thing, fly into her arms.
roll
That's my attempt
roll
anyway.
roll to act under pressure for Drake.
All right, I am one cool chicken, so see how this goes.
You can see the little
Meanwhile-
sunglasses on the chicken.
I turn to Betty and I'm like,
That's a 10.
what do you think she's gonna do when she catches?
Okay.
Plan.
You
Give
wa-
it back to an owner, but
You watch, you all watch as the chicken runs in between Denny's legs, and then he comes to like a halt. You kind of squiddle, you kind of gets a break in the grass, so you go still gliding forward a little bit because you were running so fast and turning around, and the chicken is just running full speed towards Betty, who is now standing by Lucky and is looking like and then it flies, jumps and flies towards you, and Betty, roll to act under pressure.
Uh-oh.
Let-
Act under pressure.
This is the funniest thing to roll for. How to catch chicken.
Yes. Oh no.
Oh god.
Chloe, level up.
Yeah, well, and you have a little freak out because you have never had a chicken run and fly at you, and you're like, is this chicken attacking me? And you kind of stumble backwards, so the chicken who was trying to go for your arms lands kind of on your face a little bit, and you fall backwards, and now you're laying in the grass. The chicken is sitting on you, clucking a little bit.
Help!
I think at this
Can
point
I
I'm
get
just
the
gonna.
chicken?
At this
Can
point
I
I'm
get the
gonna.
chicken?
At this point I'm gonna climb off and shift back. But if you want to attempt to, yeah, go ahead.
Roll.
As far as I know, here you are a chicken.
Roll tough, I think.
Alright.
Roll the chicken.
Holy shit. Okay, yeah. As you see the chicken going for Betty, and you are like, oh hell no, you are not attacking the school kid, chicken. And you dive tackle, but as you grab the chicken, probably like drop and roll, but as you have finished rolling, it's not a chicken anymore, it's Drake.
Jesus!
Like, really?
Around if anyone saw that.
Oh my god, roll to assess a bad situation. Oh my god.
Oh, this is a bad situation.
Ray.
Could be.
Could be if the wrong people saw you.
So hold one. Are there?
If none of the
Let's say-
questions fit, you can ask something else in this situation.
What's the biggest threat? Like, did anyone just witness this?
Well,
We have a threat here.
you see the school like the little kids that were chasing the chicken around before. They are like standing and pointing and chattering, and they are asking, where did the chicken go? Where did he go? Where did he come from?
I point off to the bushes.
Yeah.
Oh look! The chicken ran away!
The kids instantly go running off towards the bushes to look, and they go like, chicken, where are you?
Drake.
Jesus Christ, why were you a chicken?
Well, funny story about that. It was supposed to be a crow.
Yeah, that's why. You know you can't just do magic in public because the government will come to get you.
It's a magic thing, okay.
Is it really magic though?
Well, shape-shifting, whatever. You know they've got entire departments dedicated to studying that sort of thing.
Well,
They'll lock you in a
study-
cage.
Now, they can study kissing my ass and I light a cigarette.
You have got to be more careful.
I was.
Drake is high. This seemed like a good idea.
Oh yeah. I'm still like, I was a high chicken.
No, you didn't go very high at all. Is the problem?
You probably thought you did.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, listen, let's not talk about who's putting who in a cage. Let's talk about what we came here to talk about, which is the weird shadow thing and Robin.
In
Yeah.
the background, you see Betty sort of getting up and like, and dusting
Okay, Betty.
herself up, and
Betty, are
like,
you okay?
You good?
You okay? You hurt?
Oh,
No, not really.
oh,
Yeah.
See what you did, Drake? You hurt Betty.
There's all like mud, and
oh no.
mom's gonna kill me.
Got my jacket?
I've got my jacket. It's not my Drake's jacket, but it's okay.
It's your jacket. Yeah, it's yours.
Well, yeah, okay. but
Sorry.
yeah, it's
Now he
it's
says
okay.
sorry.
Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's kind of cool
Look.
that you went to me.
Yeah.
Blush.
Oh.
Well, somebody was trying to eat me.
It's not.
Were you going to eat
No, I
him?
have never killed an animal in my life. I've never done that. Nope.
You?
Nope.
That's not even a mosquito.
Bugs don't count. I've killed so many roaches, so many palmetto bugs. Those things are huge and they'll get you there. You gotta kill them before they kill you.
Yo, people.
Bugs don't count.
So, like, what's going on? Why are we yelling at each other? You turn and you see Max standing there. With a blunt in his hand, kind of lazily, half leaning against a lamppost, looking at you guys. You don't know when he arrived, but yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what we were talking about.
It's nothing. It was stupid.
Okay,
It
so
was
Yeah.
stupid.
Say it like that.
I have never killed an animal and the government's never gonna put me in a cage, so let's just drop it.
dang,
Else.
dang, the government here. He looks around and he kind of puts his blunt behind his back, and you can still see the smoke kind of drizzle behind him.
Betty takes her notebook out of her bag and starts a new page and top says, "Danny is sus!" Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! Exclamation!
Oh my god!
And he is imposter.
Yes,
And
very much.
Danny the imposter? Question mark? Yeah.
Betty is going to vote her off the spaceship next round.
Well, let's
Okay,
just
so
do what we came here for. Stay on task.
Yeah.
okay.
Oh.
Listen, so
Yeah.
what do we know about what happened?
Well, Mac was going to lead us to where it happened.
Oh yeah, right. Where it happened? That's the place. Okay.
No.
Yeah, I know. I know the place from here, kinda. Yeah. Come on, this way.
Also, before we go, have you seen tall, pale, Swedish person, purple hair, and
Robin?
leather jacket? Yes. Have you seen Robin?
Oh,
Missing?
No, they're not.
They seem to. He seemed
just
to
haven't
think.
seen them.
He seemed to think for a moment, and then he's like, 15 minutes ago, maybe.
Where?
I mean, she came up to me, talked really fast.
They're a they, not a she.
It's a day. Okay, they talked really fast, and then he did something like, I don't know. It was really weird. They became like low and shit. They asked me
became what?
something. Yeah, I don't know. Something. Some rambling. No, that was not English. I don't know. And then they said thank you and they left. That was kind of weird, actually.
But you said they became something. What did they?
No, not become. They were like their eyes did some like spooky shit. Yeah.
Their
Spooky
face
shit
did
like
some
what?
spooky shit.
Yeah, like some spooky shit. I don't know, what's spooky?
Like their eyes, did they
ugh.
go a color?
Yeah, right. That's probably it.
Mac, how high are you?
Pretty high. It's been a stressful day.
And okay, in which direction did Robin leave?
I mean, I was when I was like just entering the park from over there. I came like from over there. They didn't say where they were going.
running off on your own, doing names, witches always think they can do everything on themselves.
Witches.
What?
Just let's go to the. That is where you saw the
Yeah,
shadow
this-
monster.
Oh, okay. This.
So I saw this on Criminal Minds. You can do like a cognitive interview thingy, and then we started here. This is where you remember being, right? So if you
Yeah.
imagine it being dark and yesterday night and stuff.
We are not there
Do you
yet.
know-
I am about to go there.
Yeah.
Come on. So like, and he heads off like through the to the side of the park where it meets the street, and he points. So this is where like Hastings almost like drove straight into me or some shit when I came like running because I was fucking terrified, you know? Like it was creepy. And and then he starts like he turns and he just walks straight ahead on this road and you follow him a couple of streets in until you reach one of these little alleys that a lot of like pretty much everyone, like all kids, use these as shortcuts, you know, between houses. And when you start to come closer, he begins to also walk slower. You can tell that he's sort of remembering something as he looks around and almost seem to be jumping at his own shadow at this point.
Hey Mac.
Are there any deep shadows?
Well, there is some there is some shadows because it is while the sun hasn't set yet. It is a November and it's certainly getting dimmer. And there are houses on each side of you guys. There is in these alleyways there is no specific lights save for upper floor windows.
So as Betty continues her questioning, I will take out
I do
a
have a
great big
specific thing.
flashlight and flash it on.
Okay, so what do you ask?
Can you? Are you remembering something? I mean, I know it sounds weird, but weird stuff does happen here. Just the other day, there was some stuff where things were getting really dark and creepy and like pretty supernatural-ish, and like Lucky helped then, and Drake is really cool like that. So it's okay to tell us.
I mean, I said, earlier that there was this big creepy thing, and like he comes to a stop when just as you're about to enter one of these little crossroad alleyways, and he points like gestures ahead, and he takes a step back and he says, there's like where so I was standing here and I was just chilling, having a smoke because I'd come from Daisy's place, because there's like a shortcut if you want. He points from another direction that he would have been walking. Most of you who knows who Daisy is knows that this is true. Yeah, that would be a shortcut from Daisy's place if you're going straight through. And he says, and so I was just here chilling because I had just like lit a new blunt, right? And he came like I said from over there. This little, I mean, he lives down the street the other way. So he was going home. I mean, he said he was going home and shit. And the thing, it was like, and he points upwards a little bit. It was like so high, like all high up, and I don't like it. I don't know.
Did it seem like it was following Jonathan?
Benjamin,
sorry.
I mean, it wasn't there at first, and then it was there. I was like, I looked away, and then I looked back, and this thing was just there. It's fast or I didn't see it at first. I don't know, it was dark out, man. It was so dark out. And it was late, and I was tired, and I was high. So, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, is the ground here just pavement, or is it dusty and something that would like carry footprints?
The ground here is pavement. However, it is definitely also I'll get back to you, Betty. Like there is some dust, like some debris, but they're like mostly because people probably don't care to clean here very often, and there is some fallen leaves and shit. But there isn't what's it called? There isn't a lot, so to speak. But there are still things that could make traces. Speaking of,
I just activated, like, I just leveled up in the park and I activated a new move.
Yeah.
Which is the things I've seen when you encounter a creature or phenomenon. You may declare that you have seen. No, wait, this is the wrong move. I didn't mean to pick that one.
Oh.
Dang it.
It's fine, it's fine.
There was another one that I wanted to do, which was about, like, having the same, having had an experience as well and being able to relate to people. Let me check.
I think I know which one you mean. Give me a second, I'll give a look to your sheet as well.
Fellow believer. That's the one.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
That's fine, it happens. Okay, fellow believer. People understand you also known strangeness. Bystanders will talk to you about weird things they would not trust another hunter or mundane official to believe. Okay. Cool. Yeah, he is, from what you can tell, and seeing as Lucky knows when people are lying, he hasn't been telling a single lie as far as he's aware so far. He's just freaking out, really. And he once more gestures up to the walls where this creature supposedly would have climbed with its, or with like arms and legs almost like out, as if it were holding on to each end and looming over this child. He actually points out to you where Benjamin would have been standing, but he doesn't walk in there. He stays just outside of it. He doesn't want to walk any closer. What do you guys do as you see this location?
Okay, so I have something I want to do.
Yes.
But it's going to require some things.
Uh-huh.
So first of all, I do want to try to investigate this with my werewolf senses, but I don't want Lucky finding out what I am, because I know that they're investigating me, and I don't want them to do it. So if I can get them to like look away from me completely and just like not look at me at all, I can do what I want to do. I'm so sorry, I'm crackling again. But I can do what I want to do, and then.
Okay. How do you plan on distracting Lucky and the others?
Well, Drake already knows I don't care about him. But
I could help out if I'm aware of what Denny's trying to do.
Yeah, the question is if Danny would try to, or give Pula, you owe me one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I pulled Drake aside first. Like, okay, I need you to help me distract Lucky. Okay.
You listen in.
Just.
I'm just peering at
Lucky.
the floor. What?
You looking at the floor?
Yeah, I was starting to look at the floor to see if I could find tracks, but if you call me up, I stand back up. What?
Never mind. Shit. God damn it.
I look at you, pick up my notebook, and I write something down in my notebook.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna. Okay, so. All right, so just. All right. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna like step away from Deanie and like, sort of slide over to Lucky. Like just sort of stand there and point like, hey, this here looks kind of suspicious, doesn't it? And point to something like where their back would be turned to Deanie. Yeah, like you see
Oh,
this
yeah.
right here? Yeah,
Now
like
that you mention it, it kind of looks like a monocle. You know, that's a sign of lots of secret cults and.
yeah.
Or it could be like a really fat giraffe. Let me copy this.
Okay. That is so funny. Denny, roll to act under pressure first. I wanna.
That's okay.
That's a mixed success. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna get my cheat sheet up real quick. Was a hard choice of price to pay. Okay. Yeah, you manage to shift briefly. I kind of imagine that you like fold up like the your shirt a little bit around you because you don't really have a hoodie on this one, but you can fold it up a little bit, and then you begin to shift, and but you don't do a full shift this time. You only shift like partially, yeah.
Yeah, I just do the Wolfman shift.
Yeah. So you get your little fluff. You get a little bit fluffier. Your ears sort of grow out. What does it look like when you transform like this?
Okay, so if you've ever seen Ginger Snaps, there's this part where Ginger, like she's like in the process of shifting, her face gets like really angular, and her hair starts to go a little gray.
Mm.
So something like that, except much fluffier.
Much fluffier, much wolfier. Okay, you do that, and as you do, you find yourself with a lot better smell, which you indeed can use as your +1 forward when you try to investigate the mystery here. And
I see.
I was about to get to that. So I imagine that when Betty sees Drake pulling attention from Lucky, Betty is very quick to go and listen in because everything that Lucky says is very interesting and everything that Drake points at is very important. However,
also I was dealing with Mac.
Yeah. However, Maxis. You are standing there talking, like you're listening and you're also like calming Mac, and then you see Mac go like as he makes some faces and he kind of like looks at his own. He kind of do this like.
Mac, are you alright?
I scrumples.
Look around.
Yeah. Why? Yeah. When you look around, you do notice that then he looks bigger, but then he has like they are turned around, so they are kinda at this point, hunkered down. So everything that is shifted about them is away from you at the moment. So you don't notice that. You used to see that Mac is like pointing and like stuttering, and they just crumpled up their cigarette, and they sort of turn around, and you can tell that he's about to run the fuck out of here. What do you do?
Are you okay? What's going on? Did you see anything again?
Do you grab onto him? Do you just like half jog after him?
I try to, because I try to, but I do end up letting him go because Becky isn't very like assertive.
Yeah. Well, you can't roll. I am going to.
Like, I'm not gonna stop someone running away.
Yeah.
I am like looking around, trying to find the monster.
Yeah. I am going to get back to you, and first I'm gonna let RB roll to investigate a mystery. That's a mixed success, so you hold 1. And the questions should be there in your sheet if you look.
I'm gonna go.
If you see in the top there, you can see investigate a mystery.
Yeah.
You can click it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with. I have to decide. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with what can hurt it.
What can hurt it? I am gonna have to say that with what little you can see here, I don't think that's an answer you could find from your smell alone. I am not sure how to answer that question.
I don't want to be super pedantic, but Wolfman is taste.
What do you mean?
I have 2 forms. I have full werewolf and Wolfman, and Wolfman was taste and werewolf was smell.
Okay. Yeah, but what I'm saying here is that.
No, I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, that makes sense. But you are a bit limited. I am a bit limited to what I can answer based off what is actually at the scene, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
I hope that makes sense.
Perhaps you can figure out if something was like physically there, or
yeah.
is there like an animal scent / smell?
Yeah.
Or is it like ozone?
Okay.
I'm trying to figure it. I don't know what.
It's okay. I'm gonna see. I mean, there is all of the what happened here, what sort of creature, what did it do, what was it going to do, what's been concealed here, a lot of questions. But what's going to, as then you go here and considers what is going to hurt it. Okay. So this is what I'm gonna do. You look around and you search and you have, let's see, Halful Tingwall, who has a very strong taste, and you notice that there is like these strange marks up on the wall, and I kind of imagine now you climbing up on one of the little containers that are standing here and like pressing up a bit against it, like, do you actually lick the spot? Is that what you do here?
Yeah,
Okay. You lick the spot. It's a very strange smell, and it kind of sends taste, and it kind of sends shivers down. You can't actually explain what the hell you just tasted, because whatever that is, it is nothing you've ever tasted before. It is not human. It is not animal. It is not the wall itself. It is not blood. It is not oil, but it have kind of the same residue as oil almost, and it tastes horrid. It's almost burning a bit on your tongue actually, and as you kind of go like you splutter and spit and move a little bit out of the alley while I'm imagining shifting back because you don't enjoy this taste. A little bit of it lands in the pavement, where some stray lights of Lucky's torchlight, when Lucky is like waving around with it, lands on it, and it doesn't seem to hurt it in any way, but it almost seems like it is shying away from it. That is what you see. Betty, can you roll me charm, please?
You can. Charm.
Okay, a mixed success. Let's see. Okay. How do you show to them right now in this moment that they are not in danger or he is not in danger?
To Mac.
To Mac, because he feel like he's in danger. You look around quickly. You don't see any danger, but you see that Mac is freaking out as if he saw something.
Mac, can you point it out to me? Because I don't see anything. And it might just be like the weed.
He kind of stutters and points at Denny. Like he has already rushed off halfway down this alley a little bit, but he pauses, stops, and he turns around and he points at Denny, and he's like, what the fuck did she do? What was that?
I mean, I agree. She's kind of weird. She's the new janitor. Did you get?
She was like all she covered all have. What the fuck? What are you?
What did you get?
Can I hear this?
Yes, because he's yelling. Everyone can hear this.
Mac, what are you talking about?
He stares at you, and he looks a bit pale, and he's like, what did you do? What was that?
I climbed on the dumpster and licked the wall. What did you think I did?
Yeah, but you got bigger. You were like huge. He was huge.
Okay.
Did you see that?
I did see Danny. I did see Danny climb up to the wall. I'm guessing because I was looking around for the monster and Danny was right there.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know, did I like?
Danny did look a bit while when you turned around. Danny was still hunkered over a little bit before Danny climbed up, and then it did look a little bit bigger, maybe. I mean, you could doesn't.
So what I'm wondering is if this would count as a cryptid sighting, which I'm getting from my first encounter.
Let's see.
You take note of any reports of strange creatures. Whenever you first see a new type of creature, you may immediately ask one of the investigate a mystery items.
Okay, ask one of the investigate a mystery questions.
What sort of creature is it?
Oh God.
You look at them and you look back at Mac, who is still pointing and staring, and then you once again look to Denny, and you take note of some of the like stray hairs that has like fallen on their little collar and stuff, and it hits
something silver and
something silver and something they've been acting weird around you, and something talking and hair and oh shit, wait, I've read about this. One of my favorite books. This is, how did I not realize this before? You realize very soon that this is definitely some kind of shape-shifting creature, maybe a werewolf.
Did you grow your weed yourself?
My brother does.
Do you but you bought the rolling paper, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, there's all these urban legends about people spiking weed and paper with lots of hallucinogenics, and those are not true. But the government
Bro.
in their attempts to get people to distrust each other will put spiked drugs and rolling papers on the market. So I think you're a victim here. And
what?
I think that you should probably just, with a combination of the stress and government people really being out to get anyone they can get their hands off. It's disgusting.
What?
I think what's happened here is that you've been hallucinating, and you should probably head home and just relax for a bit.
Did I hallucinate the thing too? The monster?
No, the monster's real.
What? I don't understand. But how? So the monster.
Okay, so
oh, sorry.
hold on.
You're crackling a lot.
When I licked the wall,
I can't hear what you're saying, I'm sorry. You're crackling.
Oh, sorry. I don't know what to do about that.
Try to just unplug and put it in again. That can help.
Did that help anything or no?
No. Oh well. It's okay. Strange. He looks confused. And I believe that you are trying to manipulate someone right now, Lucky. So go ahead and roll that. You are using logic, yes. Roll with sharp.
So I'll press this button.
That's a mixed success. Let's see.
I think it's best if you don't ask any more questions or look at Danny here anymore and just go home.
Well, that's all you needed from me then. Okay, sure, I'm okay. Well, yeah, I'm kind of glances towards the crumbled up weed pile that is like further up because he did very much crumple it up and just drop it when he saw that. And then he looks to you guys again, and he's like, yeah, fuck it, I'm out. Good
Stay
luck.
Dark, keep your lights on, bye.
Can I catch him for a second before he goes?
Yeah.
Or no? Do I have his text? Do I have his cell phone number?
Drake does.
Okay, I'll just catch up with run after him for a second and hey Mac.
Yeah. What?
Have you ever drawn stuff? Do you draw?
Draw?
Like, yeah, make drawings of stuff. Artsy things.
Not great at it. Why?
Do you think you could draw the monster you saw, and then text it over to Drake?
I draw monster to text Drake. I'll try, I guess. Tell Drake to text me a reminder. I'm pretty high right now. Okay, I'm out now. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.
And Mac runs off. He doesn't run as fast as he thinks he's running, but he's running off.
Poor guy. Poor guy.
Danny. Am I being correct when I assume that you did something to scare the shit out of our only witness?
Okay, listen. Okay, so what I did was I climbed up on the dumpster and I licked the ball. And because there's these markings up there. Okay, so I licked that and it tasted horrible. Like, have you ever had the really blank sorbet they give you at those fancy French restaurants? So it tasted like that, but also static, and also oil, and also nothing at all, and also everything. It was horrible. So I spat it out on the ground, and your light, your flashlight, it made it move away.
See, can you answer with me a yes or no question? Was there something else you did that could have scared him?
No.
She's
Wrong
lying.
answer. Try again.
I don't know. You tell me.
Okay, well, I have a couple of theories. One, you're possessed by some kind of demon or animal spirit that occasionally tries to wrestle its way out of you.
Mm-hmm.
2, you're a werewolf. 3, you're a vampire and you just wear a lot of sunblock. 4, aliens. Aliens is a broad category. You want me to go on? Yes,
Wow,
Benny?
it could be any of those.
You forgot the CIA.
Well, I mean, I always keep the CIA in the back of my mind because they try to look like other things, but the CIA is better at lying. Betty, did you want?
I look at Danny. No, it's okay. I think we should I think we should look at the thing. Like,
Yes,
can you try to shine your light to see if is what Danny said was really interesting about your light.
it is very interesting. We would definitely get back to it. I just want to say, is there anyone in this little group of ours that is interested in not broadcasting the fact that the supernatural exists to everyone out there? I mean, I'm all for, spreading the truth and uncovering that which has been covered, but not if it puts us in the line of fire.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
If you want to show the world that demon possession is a thing, do what everyone does and make a shaky YouTube video and put it online anonymously.
I mean, I've already been in YouTube videos. I am not a fan of it.
Then
Anyway.
next time, why don't you ask us, like the people who are trying to solve this together, to take the witness and the civilian outside of the alleyway so you can do your funky thing.
I didn't do anything except lick the wall.
Lie. Except lick the
Okay,
wall.
fine, Betty. You wanted me to shine a light? Let's shine a light. I shined a light.
You
I've
shine.
at this point, like, put on the torch app on my phone as well.
You shine the light at the little spots that are left, and you do notice that a little bit like when water lands on something that is hydrophobic, it sort of skirts away a little bit from the light. Like, it doesn't do it immediately. It's only when the very brightest bits of it shines towards it. It's kind of funny, actually.
I'm gonna take a video.
Yeah, and it does that for a little while, and then it sort of seem like it disappears, and it's gone.
Well, we are not going to sleep in a dark room tonight.
Why?
I rarely do.
Why? That's like sleeping with the lights on is annoying. Why would you?
Well, being dragged off somewhere by a shadow creature with a giant glowing eye is also annoying. I'd say.
But why would that have to do with being in the dark? You were saying about that earlier.
Robin said to stay out of the dark.
Robin said to stay out of the dark, and also, what is the very first thing you think of when you hear shadow monster? Betty, come on, you're smarter than this.
Yeah, okay. But why did Robin say stay out of the dark? Did they know?
Well, I left them a note that, and I sent them some updates over the phone. What we were finding out, and then we went back with Danny, and Robin wasn't there. They broke their phone, but they left a note. Phone broke, heading out to Hattie's, stay out of the dark. And a drawing of a medallion, but I haven't been able to find them yet, but I'm sure it's fine. They're just doing their own research on their own, like idiot. We found some tarot cards, but
Tarot cards?
yeah, and Danny, you took a picture, I think.
Yeah, I did, and I take it out and show it to her.
Can you send it to me? Here, I'll put in my number, and I put my number into your phone.
I don't know. I think it's a little weird for me to have a student's phone number.
I mean, you can remove it after all this is done, but the picture would be really good. I've got some books at home, and like, you know, Robin said which ones to get, and I've been reading them and studying them. It's just like there's so much to study. So like, and homework.
If you want, we can also head back to my place now. I mean, we don't have any other leads, and I don't know where Robin is.
Well,
I mean, I should.
Do you have a lead,
I should
Drake?
probably be in time for that.
I wouldn't call it a lead necessarily, but I do have something that yeah, this is just like the dream I had last night, and
Oh,
Dream?
great.
yeah, I had another nightmare, but this one was bad.
Can
Okay,
you
tell us
tell
everything.
Tell us.
Okay, this was yeah, I kind of tried to block it out because you know, this is the worst one I've had. But I remember us walking and it was dark and there was the creature kind of like what Mac described and it had Max and
What?
It had Max.
yeah, so we should
Okay, you text Max to make a drawing, and you make a drawing. I need to go check on Max,
okay.
and I run off.
Oh, you
think
said Max. I
Yes.
thought you said Mac.
No,
Okay.
no, yeah.
No, Max.
Yes.
I know that kid.
I am dialing my mom's number while running. I
Yeah.
have completely forgotten. Like my moped is at school because Dad picked me up. How far from school?
Yeah, your dad picked you up, but he did probably have one of those things where you can put the scooter on the back of the car, so it would be at home by now. So you can head directly home pretty much. And
yeah,
you are.
I'm running and I'm dialing my mom and telling and just yeah.
Yeah, I will get back
Okay.
to you on that. And you guys, you watch Betty rush off like I'm gonna call mom, and you
Right.
can see her dialing. You're still in this place where things happened. What are you doing? Are you investigating?
Is there any other details that you remember?
No, that's all I remember. But
Okay.
I really want to go after her.
Yeah.
I'm actually yeah, I'm gonna go do that, and I'm gonna like just take off running, and as I'm running, like you see, 1 minute is Drake, the next minute is this big black dog.
What did I tell you?
That it's
Yeah, but-
dark. We're still in the alley when I do that.
Okay,
It's fine.
good.
Everyone
But yeah,
here
it's like I
knows.
take off running, then I'm a dog, and I'm
Yeah.
Grim, it's a death omen.
No, like so. This is a black pit bull mutt kind of mix. That's his uncle's dog,
No.
and it's solid black except for this white 8-shaped blotch on his back end. So his uncle's dog's name is 8-Ball for that
No.
reason.
Aw.
And so yeah, he's
Yeah.
just in the 8-Ball and he's running after Betty.
Betty has definitely seen this form before too, so this isn't new. But yeah, you jog after and run after the way dogs do.
Yep.
And Denny and Lucky are left alone in this alley.
Danny,
Yeah.
your thing, whatever it is, can it help you track people?
I plead the fifth. But yeah.
That's the opposite of plead. Okay, no, never mind. Well, I just really want to find Robin.
Alright.
And I really think they could help. I mean, they're always causing shit like this, so not quite this bad, but they can probably solve things.
So you want me to track them?
Can you do that without terrifying everyone?
Yeah, I could climb into the dumpster.
I have no idea what you're trying to say. Sorry.
Dumpsters provide a lot of privacy.
And then how are you going to track anyone from the dumpster?
Then I'll get out and I'll be myself. and everything will be fine. You got anything of theirs?
I mean, I took their book.
All right. I take the book. I climb into the dumpster.
Okay.
Don't look.
Okay. I'm gonna say, because I am assuming that you wanna use your smell to try and track Robin.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to climb in, smell, know where they went, and climb out again. You would actually have to stay your form and, follow the smell, because that's how tracking works for a dog and a wolf.
All right. Okay, this is
How-
actually, yeah.
I think Danny realized this, like, as they are about to climb, they are like, wait, alright, I actually need to continue moving as a wolf.
God damn it. Okay. Take my jacket. Just take it. Take my jacket.
Okay, what do I do with it?
Just hold it. Just carry it.
I put it in my bag.
Figure you're gonna find out anyway. Okay. And I do it. I shift.
You watch as Danny shift completely into what at first sight might look like this huge, a little bit ruffled up dog, but you pretty soon recognize as a wolf standing right before you.
Oh my god, that's so cool! Of course, werewolf. That should have been my first. Can you still understand me?
Yeah.
You can't talk in
Yeah.
this form, but you can understand. Yeah.
Bark once for yes, bark
Bark.
twice.
Bark.
So twice for no. So you can't.
Bark.
Okay, yeah, that's 3 times. Very clever of you. Wait. Okay, so you're gonna track Robin. That's good. Please don't be offended. Should I put a leash on you? Bark once for yes.
Or bark.
Okay, well, stay close to me because we're gonna have to pretend you're a dog.
Also, you're currently wearing some of your human clothes. It looks kind of funny. That's what I imagine, at least. Wolf standing alone.
Are you, or did they sink into this fur?
No, yeah. Definitely wearing clothes. It wasn't like she was gonna strip down and run a leopard.
I know.
Okay, let's.
I barely know you.
Do you want help getting out of those clothes?
That's awful.
Bark.
And I kind of help tug. And now I just stuff everything in my bag, and now I just have like a really big, bulky, suspicious-looking bag. But people are used to that. From
Yeah. Okay. So.
Okay, your dog name is. I can't call you Danny. So I should call you. What's the dog name? Dog's Spot? You don't have spots. That's stupid. Stick. I'll call you Football. Your dog name is Football, okay? Bark once for yes. Okay, I'm sorry. You put a lot on me right now. I'm not good in a crisis. Not that this is a crisis. It's just, smell this, and I shove the book in front of your nose.
Yeah, I smell it. I smell it.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, you get to roll to investigate them. Well, in this case, roll a sharp with a +1 forward. You're using your senses, and while they're doing this, I gotta ask as well. Lucky, is there anything you want to look at in this alley before you leave it. Oh, dang, that's a very good one.
Well, I was gonna look for tracks, but we've already been walking to and from
Yeah.
over it. So I think I'm gonna trust the investigation that Danny did.
Okay. Danny.
No, wait, I'm gonna look for magic sigils on the wall. I can't help myself.
Yeah. Roll to investigate a mystery.
Oh, it didn't roll.
Oh.
No, I took it.
That's you get to hold one.
So I wanna. I'll go for what is being concealed here,
Mm,
and I'm gonna try to see if it was summoned here somehow. Like find something mysterious looking on the walls.
okay.
And I guess if I don't find anything, I'll take it as it wasn't drawn here specifically.
Okay. So what you do see is the spots that Denny noticed before, and you can see that, like, this is something that you wouldn't have seen if you weren't specifically looking for it at all. It is these dark, a little bit darker in certain places of the wall going upwards, and you can kind of imagine something big with some of it limbs on one side and some of it limbs on the other side climbing down from up there. It would have been in the middle of the night. It must have been very big to do that. And it probably... It doesn't look like... It looks like it was moving with... It doesn't look like it was hesitating. You think it knew what it was going for.
Well, that's not terrifying at all.
Yeah, so that is what you see there. Okay. And so you meanwhile, Arby, you rolled a complete success, which is fantastic. Dang. 6 plus 6 minus 1 plus 1. Love that for you. I'm gonna just get up my little cheat sheet. My guess is a case of where did it go? But I am going to give you a freebie as well, since you rolled so well. Even if you rolled for something very specific, which is, to track Robin in this case. So you smell and you notice that not only has Robin actually walked through here at some point recently, most definitely, actually, you can definitely smell that they have been here. As you start sniffing around, you also feel like the traces left over of like the Mac's weed, and Benjamin, who is like among the many kids that you sometimes help out during football practice, and as you are down there and sniffing about, you find Benjamin's phone. Laying against close to the wall, wet, definitely a little bit wet, definitely. So you're not sure if it would function, but it is there. It's easy enough to recognize because it has this Spider-Man shell, and and the phone itself has like loaded out, which would make.
What did you find there? Oh, that's so good! And before I could think of it, I scratch you on the hand and then I snatch my hand back. Sorry. Is that do you look like you were angry about that?
Kind of shocked.
I did. didn't mean to talk down to you. You just look kind of adorable and dangerous. I'll get the phone, and I pick up the phone and I put it in the bag.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so Denny, you can smell that Robin has been here, and you start to head out. And Lucky following behind. And we are going to switch over for a moment to Betty and Drake. Betty, you are dialing your mother. You barely get one tune in before she's answering, and it's like, yes, Betty?
Mom, do you know where Max is? You gotta get Max, Mom. You gotta get Max.
Max is home. He's
Okay.
he's
Yes,
study.
he's
He
at home.
is doing homework here in the kitchen. He's with me.
Please. Okay. You
What
know,
happened, Betty? What's
stay
happening? Are
home,
you
okay?
safe? Are you safe?
I'm safe. I'm
Do I
going
need?
home when my mama...
You're on your way home.
Yeah. You gotta keep him home, though, Mom.
Betty.
I'll explain when I get home, but you gotta keep him there and like
Oh.
keep the lights on, okay?
Okay.
Lucky,
Betty,
Lucky said-
breathe.
No, not Lucky. Robin said to keep the lights on. You need to keep
Betty,
the lights on.
Betty. 1, 2, 3. Like
Mommy.
remember.
I'm
1, 2, 3. Betty, breathe in.
You gotta,
Breathe
you
out.
gotta-
I am listening.
Is-
Max
Are
is
you in the
here.
kitchen with
I am
Max?
with kitchen with Max.
Okay.
It is light here.
Okay.
Should I send your dad to pick you up?
How far from home am I?
Since you are living in the suburbs, you are a little bit away. You are not like directly in town. It is like a little bit outside, technically, in a suburb area.
Yeah, that's okay. That's probably a good idea. I'm at I'm the corner of Church Street, and like
Okay. I will.
you
Okay, honey, breathe.
gotta keep Max. You gotta
Betty
keep
is
Max
safe.
okay?
Betty is safe here with me. Okay, we will talk when you come home.
Yeah.
Carl. And you can hear her call out for Carl and telling him to pick you up where you are at the moment, and you also hear him answering back, and of course he's coming right away, no questions. And then she goes back to you again, and she's like, okay, Betty, do you have somewhere you can sit down so you can breathe?
I'm no, but it's okay as long as you keep an eye on
Are
Max
you-
and oh, Drake is here, so it's gonna be okay.
Drake is Drake there? Drake is there with you.
Yeah. And I put my hand on Drake's head.
Who is the dog now?
Doggy Drake. Because I'm assuming that Drake is much faster than Betty, especially if Betty is trying to run and talk on the
Well,
phone at the
he's
same
a little.
time.
Yeah, he's a little.
Yeah.
Little.
He's a dog.
Yeah, tiny.
So, yeah.
Tiny dog, but yes. A dog known for respiratory issues, but still a dog. He's fast, but
Yeah.
not super fast.
But also Betty is trying to call her mom while running.
He
so-
would have caught up by the time you started slowing down because your mom was calming you.
Yeah. I'll just sort of sit against the wall, lean against the wall, and like sort of like for a moment hesitate, and then just pull Drake in my lap and sort of hug
Aw.
him because need
Oh.
comfort.
Drake, you're feeling small and very cozy right now.
Oh,
You are not used to being the small one, but here you are.
yeah.
What do you do? If you do you do anything, or do you just sit there to keep?
I'm just gonna sit there. I think like as sort of a reflex, his tail is wagging.
Oh,
No.
yeah,
Like,
definitely. So while the two of you sit there we watch Denny and Lucky hurry across town. Some people definitely stops and give you funny looks because they haven't seen, because that's a big dog, and that's Lucky. Okay then. Since when did Lucky get a dog? And Denny.
Just walking a dog.
Arc.
Yeah. At this point, it is. You're coming in past. Let's see, what time would it be? You met there at 3 and you spent some time closing in at 4. The whatever is left of the daylight is starting to be covered up in clouds as it's threatening rain yet again, and muddling up the scent some. But you're still pretty sure you know where you are going, Denny. And Lucky, while the two of you are jogging, I would like you to roll a Trust My Gut. Your special weird move.
Mm.
Just my gut.
Yeah.
And that's a mixed success.
Yes. Let's see. The keeper will tell you general direction to go. Take +1 forward as you explore that. Okay. Yes. You are. You can't tell roughly the direction you are going. You are thinking of how they were talking about Max, how the other kid missing is Benjamin, and before you get there, you do know that you are moving towards the school grounds. People would be out of school by now, except for maybe some stray workers that are around, and knowing Robin, they wouldn't go there if they didn't have a reason or some kind of lead. But it's... and I am going to hold on to what more information I get until a little bit further ahead. As the two of you come into the schoolyard, and you move around a little bit in this schoolyard. It gets a little bit more creepy at this time when there isn't any kids here playing and everything is silent, and the swings are just sort of very slowly going back and forth. Yeah, there's like slight noises here and there, and you are moving to where the schoolyard meets the forest in behind. And this is where the track stops for you, Danny. And you notice there is, you walk in a circle because for you it doesn't quite make sense that it should stop. And Lucky standing there, you get the impulse to pull out your the hagstone that you picked up.
Look through it.
You look through it, and as you do, and you look at in the forest and around, you see what can only be described as traces of magic. It looks like things that Robin uses, and the more you're looking, the more things seem to appear. You have +1 forward to investigate this location. Mm-hmm. Oh, that is a lot. That's a full success. You don't have the advanced move,
It's like the
unfortunately.
opposite of last session.
Right? So you hold 2.
What happened here?
You looking around and you're seeing the traces of magic. You also see the traces of, you suppose, maybe some kind of aura-ish, like you didn't realize it before, but now that you're looking closer, you can almost see like these very, very slight flickers of light, like where people have been. In certain places, you can't tell who has been here, but you know Robin, and Robin's presence is a stronger one, and you think that they must have met someone here. But they are not here anymore. And then you see their spellbook.
This is bad. Wait,
You also know.
I go over to the spellbook.
You pick it up, and the spellbook is sort of like laying in the grass, a bit dirted, and looking around you here, you see this what looks almost like a blackened burn in the trees. You can tell that whatever happened here, they must have tried to defend themselves.
Tried and failed. Okay. Second question. Where did it go?
Where did it go? You looking around, and you think it must have headed into the forest someplace, and maybe maybe your urge is to follow along a little bit, but you can tell that the way it have moved here is the way someone is moving who doesn't want to be followed, in a very zigzagging motion. And then you cannot feel any of Robin's smell from here on out. It's like Robin, as far as you know, just disappeared in thin air.
Alright, I'm gonna... If the villain's there, I'm gonna shift back.
I toss your clothes at you and I'm still looking around. Robin! Robin, where are you? Robin?
You hear a little bit of a quack, 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 as some birds get scared by you calling out, but you don't see Robin. What you do see, though, is some shadowy things moving, not as big as what you had described to you before. It's something much smaller, but you just about catch glance of this glowing round eye moving between the trees and clearly staring at the two of you.
Did you do this?
The fuck is that?
I take my flashlight in my hand, but I don't turn it on yet.
It doesn't respond to you, it just studies you. And then just as soon as you saw it, it sort of melts back into the shadow it was in.
I try to light the place and see if I can...
There is nothing there.
Any more of you out here? Are you hiding? Stupid little cowards. Come on then.
It is. All that meets you in this place is more silence. Maybe that's worse, really.
Well... Has Robin ever mentioned a teleportation spell?
No, the only one they have mentioned teleporting is Eddie.
Maybe they got away. Maybe they hid.
I don't know.
Penny, you don't smell any
Oh,
blood.
I don't.
And then
I
for
don't
my last
smell anything.
for my last question, I think I'm gonna ask what was it going to do? So trying to see if it looked like something was
You have already
using a lot of force to.
you have already asked your
Oh.
2 questions.
Oh yeah, it's 2 questions. Damn.
Yeah, I know. But you do get to read a bad situation.
Oh no, is it turning into a bad situation?
I mean, I
I
would
did yell at the things to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tracks.
Go ahead and roll to read a bad situation. Now you get
nice.
some holds. Yeah.
Okay. Do we? What do we do? Do we head further in? That's a
I
bad
don't.
idea, isn't it?
If you want to, I will go with you. But I don't know. I'm not the ideas person here.
I can't.
Hey, are you okay?
No, not really.
Do you want my jacket?
That's I want Robin back.
Well, we'll get them back. We just have to find them.
Maybe just got dragged into another dimension again. That could be fine.
I'm gonna pretend like I know what you're talking about.
So I'm gonna look around and try to see if there are any dangers we haven't noticed. As seeing as we have noticed 0 dangers thus far.
As you are looking around, you do notice more flickers of light, and you can tell that that thing that looked at you just now is far from the only thing here. You can see the shadows crawling in the forest. You can see the shadows crawling in the schoolyard. You can see them crawling over the building. It's like now that you know it's there, now that you've seen it, it's everywhere.
Okay, there's a lot of them. I look through the thingy to see if they look any different.
When you're looking into the thing, you see the ones whose eye you don't see, because before now you mainly saw the ones whose eyes were flickering. With it there's like more, and the aura around them, it's like smoky, and it's red, and it feels bad, and it's giving you this horrible feeling in your gut, and you're filled with this sense of dread. There's suddenly smells that you don't quite recognize, yet they feel so familiar, and you are, for just a moment, remembering several times in your life when you were very, very afraid and completely alone.
I take the stone away again. And I grab Danny's arm. We should leave. What's our best way out?
Your best way is the absolute opposite way here, away from here, towards the first best bright light that you can see, which would be one of the street lights closer to here. And you do notice that some of these creatures are moving in your direction at the moment.
I try to catch the movement with my light and start dragging Danny towards the light. We should head towards light now.
They are, yeah. As the two of you jog, you notice that the ones that you do catch with the torchlight, they kind of shy away. Also, okay, they don't seem hurt by it per se, but they don't like it. They definitely don't like the strong light, but it's impossible for you to light around you in all directions at once, and there is so many. And they are becoming more daring, crawling closer in a way where they are small. They are almost toddler size. They don't really have a head per se. They have this glowing round eye that doesn't blink, and their arms and legs are kind of the same size and moving in a way like a spider or insect would. Some of them look more humanoid, some of them look more like animals. All of them feels like shadows. I am going to ask both of you to act under pressure.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Acting pressure.
Oh boy.
Oh boy!
You are both
That tracks, honestly.
with one fail each. The two of you are terrified, and you can feel these things. They are as they swarming around you, and Denny, you stumble. You stumble over. You don't even know what you're stumbling over, but because luck is holding on to you, they stumble as well. And in the next moment, as you turn over, one of these creatures claws at your arm, and you're gonna take 1 damage from that, Denny, as you see
shit.
this slash. It's like a razor almost. I need more stressful music for this.
Can I bite it?
Yeah, you can roll to kick some ass.
Alright.
That's a full success.
Yep.
In this case, that means choose one extra effect. You gain the advantage, take +1 forward to give +1 forward to another hunter, or you inflict terrible harm, +1 harm. You suffer less harm, -1 harm, or you force them where you want them. What do you want to do?
I want to help Lucky in whatever way I can, so I'm going to give them +1 forward.
Okay. So you turn around, and can you describe to me, how do you slam after this? Like, do you go part into your shift again?
I mean, probably kind of.
Yeah.
It's probably like a really quick thing, mostly around the face.
Yeah.
It's just like, churn, and then
Yeah,
it's over.
Yeah, okay. That's cool. And you see, and this creature, it's kind of squirms as you bite into it. And when you do, Lucky, you get your +1 forward to whatever you want to try to do next. Describe to me, what do you do in this situation?
How far away are we from the light?
Not far, not very far.
Then I want to grab Danny by the arm and pull both of us further towards the light, and try to hold them off as best I can with the flashlight.
Okay, you're gonna roll to act under pressure again. You got +1 forward this time.
Okay. So that's a net 0.
Yup. Oh boy.
shit.
Okay, that's another fail. Let's see. Yeah, you start pulling at Denny as he's trying your very best. The creature that Denny just bit into sort of seems to crumble almost and become just smoke evaporating into the air, but there is more of them, and as some of them start almost like a couple of them starts clinging onto your legs, Lucky, you find yourself out of just in panic, sort of hitting after them with your torchlight, and the torchlight falls and it breaks.
Oh, shit.
Denny, what do you do?
I'm gonna switch on my phone flashlight and toss it to them.
Toss it to Lucky?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can do that just fine. And do you do anything else? These creatures are coming for you.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna attack him again.
Okay, you move to attack yet another one. Roll to kick some ass again, please. That's a mixed success. Let's see. On a 7 plus you and whatever you're fighting inflict harm on 100 amount of. Yeah. You once more inflict harm. How much harm do you do again? It's pretty bad.
If I'm biting, it's 3. If it's claws, it's 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Sick.
Once again, you this thing claws at you, and it goes straight through the fabric, and it hurts. And you take another damage, but much like the other thing, it crumbles, and you actually get a second one in the same go. These small ones seem to be very frail. But they are many. Lucky, what do you want to do next? You are very close. The two of you are moving while this is happening. The light is, it's so close that it's almost painful.
I still have one hold from the read a bad situation.
Yes, you do.
So, what is most vulnerable to us?
What is most vulnerable to you? Interesting. You realize in these attacks, in their squirming around you, that it feels like while they are attacking you, the two of you are technically not what they want here. Sure, they are trying to chase you away, but they are more interested in something you are holding, you're kinda clinging to, the book that you just picked up. You don't see why this creature would want it, but maybe it's not about what they want, but about who they would bring it to.
Do they want to bring it to Robin, or do they want to
Bring it to something
bring it to
else.
that guy?
You don't
I'm not
know.
gonna trust these. I'm not gonna trust these things, so I'm gonna keep holding on to the book. But I am going to hold it out and gonna mime throwing it.
Oh.
But I don't throw it. Like, I mime throwing it and then just use the momentum to turn around, drag Danny along, and run the last bit to the light.
Okay, I'll give it to you. I would like you to roll normally you couldn't manipulate. You can't actually roll to manipulate a monster, but this time I will allow you to do it because I see this is a perfect moment to use the logic of you throwing something for them.
Smart.
Yeah, I mean, kinda. So
I love
roll
it.
using sharp this time.
Whatever gets us out of here.
Honestly, yeah.
Oh.
And that is a full success. You act as if you're gonna shuck the book, and maybe you do. It's just that you shuck the wrong book. The little tarot thing. I mean, that's not the only one you have, but they don't know that. They see, and as you throw it out into the shadow, the creature that was just about to begin swarming the two of you, they turn and instantly sweep down and towards it. And as they do, you find a moment to turn with Denny and pull them out and back into the light, where you feel some sense of almost safety.
Well,
Yeah.
that was weird.
Hey, you could say that.
So where do we go from here?
Is it like, are we now in a singular pool of light, or are we in a lit area and can move around again?
You are in a pool of light, but the way that street lights work, they are still close enough that there is light between them. So you would say that you are safe ish. At the very least, as long as you keep up walking and don't stay out too long. There is the rest of the streets down from here are pretty living. Got quite a lot of people, a lot of lit windows.
So we should head somewhere for sorry. We should head somewhere for the night where it's light and there's no innocent people who get hurt.
Right?
And as Denny and Lucky begin to hurry down the street, we are going to close curtains on today's session and today's episode.
Thank you for letting that scene run until we escaped. I was so afraid you were gonna do.
I
you were gonna
could
be
have.
Like, and that's where we're gonna stop for tonight.
Oh, I was tempted. I was definitely a bit tempted, I have to say.
So scared.
Yeah.
I was scared too. That was a dangerous situation for sure. Some things are getting a bit more grim for our hunters as they are reaching the later end of this day.
Robin was taken.
So it seems, at the very least. You don't quite know what happened, but Robin is, for now, gone.
Well, shit.
So, hey! Thank you everyone for that came and watched us this week.
Thank you.
And I hope some of you will join us again next week to see, well, how well they will do with the rest of this adventure and how hurt people may or may not get and who will disappear next. Oh boy, that was an experience, especially to do with my voice slowly dying on me on and off.
Oh boy, you
You
managed.
did so good.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Oh, that was terrifying.
Yes.
And the scary part has just barely begun. If you found that scary, well, I have some bad news for you.
Well, it's like Robin got taken, and Lucky and Danny were in super danger, and we weren't there to help them. And
I'm sure it
That's
would have
what-
been fine.
That's what made it scarier for me. Like, I'm listening and I know what's going on. Drake hasn't the slightest idea.
exactly, like Drake and Betty are sitting on a sidewalk somewhere
yeah.
cuddling.
Yeah, and not long after that happened, they were just, or probably while this was happening, you were picked up by Betty's dad. Perfectly safe. With no clue what is currently going on. And I know that
Yeah,
we
we're
are
still.
I know that we are still live. I am just talking a little
Okay.
bit. Anyway.
I didn't know if you.
No, don't worry about it. So, my name is Taima. I've been your keeper this week yet again. You find me on as Taima Time in most places. I'm not always this evil, but when I am the keeper or a GM, I generally speaking am from most people's experience. Because that's what I find fun.
We love you for it.
And with us this week, we had the lovely Arby as Denny the Monstrous. We have M as Lucky the Flake. We had Fishy as Drake, the chosen one, currently a puppy.
Big puppy, but a puppy.
And we have Guinea as Betty. So, hope you enjoyed this session, and we'll see you same time next Sunday. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Hey.
And I'm